Hey everyone, welcome back to 4J Music. Actually, I have a small announcement to make. The format of the videos that I make with regards to praise and worship, it's going to change a little bit in the near future. I actually just bought this little device called an iRig Stream, which enables me to record not only my in-ear mix at church when I'm playing, but also I'm able to talk over that and everything, and you can hear, what I'm playing, but you can also hear what everybody's hearing in our in-ears. And so that's going to be really, really cool, so that I can use our church run-throughs in practice or in our live service to be able to use that as an instructional tool to help you. And so I'll be the first one to admit that on any given Sunday, I make a lot of bad decisions where I don't do voice leading very well. Maybe I hit a wrong note. I know this past Sunday we actually played in D flat, like 3 songs, and so I'm very proud of myself. I didn't hit a wrong note, but I was a little bit more timid because I had to think about it a lot more. And so anyway, it's really good practice. I'm glad we did it, and I think I'm a little bit better because of it. But all that to say is that the iRig Stream, you can be able to hear some different things that I'm going to call out, and I'm going to use my own playing as hey, don't do this, do this instead, And so anyway, rather than using somebody else's church's video and put them on blast, I'm going to put myself on blast. And so anyway, hopefully that'll be helpful for you guys. And really what I want to talk about today is 3 of the different roles that the worship keyboard player can have. Now notice I said the worship keyboard player. I didn't say the worship pianist. Because there are some different roles that you may have to undertake. And so I want to go ahead and just play a little bit of our Sunday stream, and I'm going to talk over that because there's going to be some long periods of time where I'm just going to be doing the same thing or maybe not playing at all, which sometimes you need to understand that you not playing is exactly what needs to be happening, right? You don't always have to be playing every second of every song. And so I just hope this helps you out. This is a little bit of what it sounded like on Sunday. So the very first role that I want to talk about here as the music is going on is playing a pad. Now, even though I'm not playing a soft pad, the organ kind of acts like a pad. It's just a layer of constant sound, right? Something to think about the organ when you're playing is that an organ doesn't have a sustain pedal. So you have to actually, if you want to play it the way a real organ would sound, that's just a keyboard. Don't try not to use a sustain pedal unless you totally have to. Maybe you're playing 2 keyboards like I'm about to do right here. You want to sustain that sound while you're doing some keyboarding over there, but a real organ can't do that, right? So you just want to make sure you're being realistic to the instrument, right? So it looks like right here I'm about to switch out, and we're going to do some of the second role that I have that I want to talk about for piano players, and that is rhythm. As we get into this song, there's this little little thing that goes on, and so it is a rhythmic thing that's filling in. Here we go. Just a little repetitive thing, and that's just the rhythm filling in, just like the guitar would fill in chicka 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 chunk chicka chicka chunk chicka or whatever. That's the same thing, and that's the one that's sometimes really hard for keyboard players to do because well, number one, I'm not a piano player, so I'm actually playing with 2 hands, but you can tend to rush or slow down or whatever, so you got to be really careful there. Now right here, the piano part to this song, when you listen to it on the multi-tracks, there's not a whole lot going on. You're just playing chords. So I went ahead and just decided to do a middle range pad piano sound with my right hand, and then also have the organ going on with my left hand. So we have multiple octaves going on.
Verse 2, 3, 4, and 2.
All right, next I'm going to talk about lead
Intro,
lines.
2, 3, 4.
So in this case, you hear me playing it with the guitar player. Very simple lead line. You still want to make sure that you bring it out. You can do that by doing octaves,
3, 4.
and also adding a little bit of delay. You hear it's kind of thick, and it's got a little bit of echo on that because of the delay. And that was really bad right there. So I was adjusting something on the delay. When I brought my hand back down to the low end, it was very kind of bumpy when I re-engaged that octave on the low end. So that was really bad right there. I noticed that as I'm doing those octaves,
chorus, 2, 3, 4.
Like I was saying there, as I'm doing those octaves, I'm constantly releasing the sustained pedal so that we don't have seconds layering over each other and these dissonant intervals kind of just stacking on top of each other. So anyway, the three, just to kind of recap, the three different roles that you can play as a keyboard player is one, the role of playing pads, whether that's playing organ or some sort of string pad, soft pad sound. You want to make sure that it is constant, that there's not breaks in it unless there's some sort of break in the song, and you want to make sure that you're kind of being subtle with changes. Don't just go from one octave to the other one randomly, to just be smooth with your voicings. The second thing is the rhythm thing. As I was doing the boom that second song, it's a really involved rhythmic part. It's not always that way, but there are some other songs that might have constant rhythm things going on, and so when we have anything syncopated, anything that's really busy, it can be very easy to rush or slow down. So that's a tempo liability potentially if you're not careful. So always want to make sure you're running that with the metronome. And the last thing that I showed you there is obviously doing the lead lines. Okay, those are not the only three roles that a keyboard player has, but those are the ones that I wanted to show you based on this Sunday. Notice that really in that simplicity was very one of the predominant themes. I know with the exception of maybe the really complex rhythm thing, it's not a hard thing. It's just something I had to kind of do with two hands to make sure that I was solid. So anyway, those are some of the different roles that you may have to undertake, and just be really vigilant and mindful of the nuances for each. For the lead lines, obviously, like I said, you want to make sure that you're bringing that out, and also listen for who has that with you, right? And you want to blend that. And so anyway, I hope this is something that you're able to get something out of, and just share with your keyboard players. Again, at no point was I sitting there just throwing all these crazy chords and going off script. There's a role that you have to play, and basically, just be the keyboard player that the setting is calling you to be, right? In that particular instance, there was nothing where I was having to do some really orchestral things or whatever. There's none of that going on. You want to make sure you're playing within the style and within the genre. So anyway, I hope this is helpful for you, and please like and subscribe and share. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.